Now we'll move on to the Fourier transform. Okay. So as usual, let me first majorly focus on the exam point of view. Then we'll go to the bonus part. It's better I'll teach you the bonus part now, because Fourier transform you will be seeing this application in many cases, guys, in real world problem. Actually, suppose I want to convert a digital to analog. For example, it's digital. This is a digital signal, right? A digital signal to analog signal. Okay, a digital to analog. Fourier transform is used, guys. Okay, this is one of the major application in real world problem. Okay, people from electrical department, electronics department, for signal transmission. Okay, for converting a digital to analog, analog to digital. So the major transform which is using is Fourier series and Fourier transform. Okay, Fourier transform and Fourier series. You'll be seeing this. Okay, it is used to transform. One of the major application of Fourier transform is it converts a digital to analog and analog to digital. We can able to convert a signals from digital to analog to digital. After this only, okay, you can see a major, it's a breakthrough happened in the electronic field. You got it right. The major breakthrough happened in electronic field because people explored the potentiality of this Fourier series. The other application of this Fourier transform is like the one of the application of Fourier transform. Suppose I'm having a frequency. Okay, I'm having a frequency which contains lot of frequency, something like this. This is what the frequency is. Okay, this frequency is a combination of lot of fused signals. For example, let me take two signals. This frequency is a combination of these two signals. Just assume these two signals. The first signal is like, let me say cos 2 pi t. The second signal is cos 4 pi t, something like that. These are the few signals. That addition of these two signals are this one, guys. Okay, the addition of these two signals are this one. I'm giving you the application, guys. We'll go to the exam point of view later in 5 minutes. Just get the application point where this Fourier transform is used. Okay, so there are these two signals, guys. These two signals are the addition of these two signal is this one. Okay, so if I'm giving you the signal like this one, so I'm giving you the signal and I'm asking you to decompose the signal, decompose this original one into these two parts. So is it like I'm asking you, suppose I'm having a paint box. I mixed a lot of colors in the paints, okay, blue, red, and everything, and I'm asking you to segregate the color paint means very, very difficult, right? So you can't know what is happening. If you see this signal, you don't know what is the original parent signals are. Now if I told you that this two combination is this one, but I'm simply giving you this noise signal means, how will you do that? How will you decompose this particular signal? How will you decompose this original signal? The beautiful thing of Fourier transform, if you take Fourier transform of this signal, okay, if you take Fourier transform, if you send the input, this input to this Fourier transform, it will like, suppose this is cos 2 pi and cos 4 pi, right? This is the time frequency. If you take the Fourier transform, at that particular original frequency, this is Fourier transform, guys, Fourier transform in the S domain. To do that, at that particular frequency, you will be getting on spike. Wherever that this thing, right, the pure signals are there, right? This is pure signal. This is cos 2 pi t. This is cos 4 pi t, which means exactly at the cos 2 pi, which means 2 cycles per second. This cos 2 pi means nothing but 2 beats per second. Exactly at 2 beats per second, you will be getting on spike here in the Fourier transform. Similarly, I'm sending this signal, guys. Similarly, exactly at 4 beats per second, I'll be getting one more spike. So based on the spike, I can understand that that's where that this is like first signal 2 pi t. This is second signal 4 pi t. You got it right? Cos 4 pi t, cos 2 pi t. If so many signals are there, it's a combination of so many signals means it will uniquely decompose those signals. So if you take Laplace of this is converted into addition of some Laplaces. Okay, 4 here, 3, 4, addition of all the Fourier series. Now I can take the inverse of each and everything. Okay, if I take each and everything means it will purely decompose this original signal. This will purely decompose this original signal. This is one of the potential application of Fourier transform, guys. Just note down these applications. Okay, just you have to know why we are doing this Fourier transform and Laplace transform. You got it right. Already I taught you the Laplace transform applications. Fourier transform is one of the potential application. The first application is it converts a step function like digital function to analog function. The second application is it is used for frequency decomposition, which means I'm giving you a noise signal, okay, a bass signal or something. If I'm giving you a bunch of noise signal means, and I'm asking you to decompose this signal into pure signals. So using the decomposition is done by Fourier transform. It's one of the potential application. You got it right. Now we'll go to the definition of Fourier transform. So that's all, guys. That is the potential application. Now we focus on your exam point of view, how to solve a problem, what are the formula for Fourier transform. Okay, the Fourier transform formula is nothing but the Fourier transform f of x is nothing but minus infinity to plus infinity f of x into e power I sx into dx. Okay, so if I'm having a function in time domain, okay, if I'm taking the Fourier, it takes the time domain into frequency domain in complex plane. F of s, this Fourier transform formula f of s is nothing but minus infinity to plus infinity f of x e power I sx into dx. Okay, this is the formula for Fourier transform, guys. Okay, once tomorrow I'll be teaching you Z transform. Once I teach you all the trees now, I will give you the relationship between each and every transforms. So you will get a better clarity what is happening here, because everywhere we are converting a time domain in real value function into a frequency domain in complex plane. You got it right. I will teach you that tomorrow. Don't worry. Now get the definition of Fourier transform. This definition of Fourier transform. Now the inverse of the Fourier transform. The Fourier inverse is nothing but f of x is nothing but 1 by 2 pi into minus infinity to plus infinity into f of s into e power minus I sx dx. Okay, this is Fourier transform, guys. So since converting f of x to f of s, this is the formula. F of s is nothing but minus infinity to plus infinity f of x into e power I sx dx. Now if I inverse Fourier, so I'm converting this frequency domain to the original Fourier like this, means the inverse Fourier is nothing but f of x nothing but 1 by 2 pi minus infinity plus infinity f of s into e power minus I sx dx. So these are the formula for Fourier series, guys. Okay, these are the two formulas for Fourier series and Fourier transform and inverse Fourier transform.